Titleist T100 versus T150 irons. Look, on the surface, it seems like a pretty simple decision. One is that cleaner, traditional player's iron, and the other just gives you a little more speed and a safety net. But here is the seriously frustrating reality. Every single day, we see golfers dropping premium money on the exact wrong iron, just because they assume the better player option is automatically the better iron for their specific swing.
Yep, it happens all the time. Welcome to Golf Gear Showdown, where we put golf gear head-to-head so you don't end up with severe buyer's remorse. I'm Jake, your resident 15 handicapper, here with our resident data and specs guy, Mike, and today we are tackling a trap so many guys fall into. We're keeping the launch monitors switched off for a minute and taking this straight to the real world.
Okay, let's run through the tail of the tape for today's explainer really quick. We're going 6 rounds. Matchup criteria, the distance and forgiveness battle, accuracy and confidence, price and fit, the biggest buying mistake, and finally, the verdict. But listen, do not skip ahead because the winner of round 3 is going to seriously surprise a lot of everyday golfers out there. Let's go.
All right, section 1, the matchup and criteria.
So picture this. You walk into the pro shop, right? The lights are shining perfectly on that Titleist display. You look at the T100, and immediately, the marketing hype just takes over. You think, well, the tour pros play that, it's the serious player's iron, so it's obviously superior. Then you glance at the T150 and you kind of write it off as a crutch for guys who can't find the center of the face. And man, that right there is exactly why golfers get this head-to-head comparison so wrong.
Exactly. So it really begs the question, are you ego shopping your irons? Come on, you gotta be honest with yourself here. Are you shopping with your eyes, picturing how slick these are gonna look sitting in your bag in the parking lot? Or are you shopping for your actual, real-life ball flight on the 14th hole when you're tired and your tempo's totally off? That ego versus reality check, that's the entire theme of today's battle.
When you compare these gorgeous club heads side by side, yeah, you can tell they both live in that premium Titleist world. But listen, we aren't going to just spit out a bunch of made-up, perfectly optimized 7-iron spin rates today. Instead, we're judging these based on design intent, the intended player profile, and what most golfers report after actually taking them out on the grass. Because choosing the wrong one means dropping big cash on a club that is actively costing you strokes.
So here's how we're scoring this showdown. 6 rounds, distance, forgiveness, accuracy, feel, price, and golfer fit. And before we ring the bell, pay close attention. I promise you, one of these irons looks amazing on paper, but the other one fits way more golfers in real life. Let's get to it. Section 2, we are jumping right into the distance and forgiveness battle.
This is where the rubber meets the road, and where we actually start handing out some definitive victories. Jake, let's kick off these first 2 rounds. Round 1 is distance, and honestly, the T150 comes out swinging here. Based on design intent and the loft structure, the T150 is engineered to provide way more built-in speed. It's giving you that extra carry without crossing the line into some chunky game improvement shovel. The T100 on the flip side isn't trying to be your longest iron. It's built for precision yardages. For sure. So if you want easy speed, the T150 takes it. The winner of round 1 for distance is undeniably the T150.
I'm taking round 2 on forgiveness. As a 15 handicapper, this round isn't even a contest. Look, the T150 is your safety net. If you catch it a groove low, or maybe a little out on the toe, which, let's be real, is where most of us live on Sunday mornings, the T150 protects your distance. The T100, it's demanding. It absolutely does not want to bail you out when your contact slips. So for the weekend warrior, the decisive winner for round 2 is the T150.
All right, section 3, accuracy and confidence. And listen up, because I'm warning you right now, this is where the biggest misconceptions in golf gear live. This is where golfers totally misunderstand workability versus accuracy, and it just ruins their scorecards. Round 3 is pure control, and here is where the T100 really shines. If you want to flight the ball, hit a very specific window, and perfectly manage spin, the T100 is a precision instrument. It takes the round.
Whoa, hold on, I gotta challenge you there, Mike. I think everyday players totally confuse workability with accuracy. Shaping a shot, that's workability. Keeping your awful swing inside the tree line, that is accuracy. And for the average guy, the T150 keeps that dispersion way tighter.
Okay, fair point, Jake. But for pure control and distance consistency for a solid, repeatable striker, the T100 does exactly what it's told, every single time. So for pure control, the winner of round 3 has to go to the T100. Let's talk round 4, feel and confidence. This is all about the psychological side of standing over the golf ball. When you compare their physical profiles side by side, common feedback suggests the T150 has a slightly thicker top line that just inspires so much confidence when you're staring down a 170-yard carry over water. The T100, though, it satisfies the absolute purist. It is clean, it's compact, and it sounds like absolute butter when you pure it. Because feel splits into two totally different directions based on the player here, we're calling round 4 a dead tie.
Moving right along to Section 4, Price and Golfer Fit. It is time to talk about the financial and practical reality of this showdown because we are definitely here to keep your wallet safe. Round 5 is price and value. Both of these live in a premium price bracket, right? But which one gives you a better return on investment? For new buyers, the T150 is the clear winner. You're paying for extra distance, forgiveness, and flexibility. But here is the smart shopper move that most guys totally miss. Picking up a used set of T100s is a brilliant high-value play for a skilled ball striker who doesn't actually need the extra help. But for overall everyday value off the rack, T150 takes round 5. Picture a fresh set of T150 sitting in your bag, ready for the course. Man, they look incredibly good. But hey, before you pull out your credit card, get ready. We are about to break down exactly which iron you should buy based on your specific handicap, your swing type, and your personal goals.
Round 6, the Golfer Fit Breakdown. Let's rapid fire this. Beginners, honestly, neither is perfect, but the T150 is much safer. Mid-handicappers, T150 all day long. Fast-swinging shot makers, T100.
What about the guys just chasing distance?
T150. Slower swing speeds, T150 again. Now, if you value precision above literally everything else, you go T100. But when you break it all down, the T150 simply covers a massively wider portion of the golfing public. So, the winner for overall fit, it's the T150.
Section 5, the biggest buying mistake. Listen closely to this, because this is the insider advice that's going to save you from immediate regret and from putting your brand new irons on Facebook Marketplace 2 weeks after you buy them. Let this quote sink in. The biggest mistake is buying T100 because it feels like the better player's choice. That's ego shopping. I know for a fact some of you are watching this thinking, man, I almost did that. The better iron is the one that produces the best results on your normal, flawed swing. And common feedback suggests that ignoring the shaft and lie angle just to stare at a pretty blade is a massive error. Do not ego shop. Let's do some fast, honest pros and cons here with zero brand protection. T100 pros, beautiful, clean look, exact control, and that traditional buttery feel. T100 cons, it is highly demanding on off-center hits, and it gives you absolutely zero free distance. T150 pros, great speed, excellent forgiveness, and it still completely looks like a player's iron at address. T150 cons, it might actually alter your gapping at the bottom of your bag because of the added distance, and it does lack that absolute purist feedback. And finally, Section 6, the final verdict.
We've gone through the design, the feedback, the egos, and the specs. Let's head to the final scorecard so you can make your purchase with absolute confidence. Jake, let's trade off these final winners. Best for beginners and high handicaps? T150. Best for low handicap precision? T100. Jake, best for mid handicaps? T150. Best for distance and forgiveness? T150. Best value bought new? T150. Best value on the used market? T100.
And if budget is absolutely no limit and you want pure unmatched control, T100.
So here's the bottom line, guys. If you are a precision tool kind of player, get the T100. But for the vast majority of American golfers watching this explainer, the Titleist T150 is the undeniably smarter buy. The overall winner today, T150.
All right, you've seen the battle, now it's your turn. Drop your handicap, your current irons, and your pick between the T100 and T150 down in the comments right now. Be completely honest about your usual miss, too.
And hey, if you loved this direct head-to-head battle, make sure you subscribe to Golf Gear Showdown. Next time, we are putting the TaylorMade P790 up against the Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke in a massive mid-handicapped heavyweight bout. Hit that subscribe button, stop